typewriters, keyboards, electric toothbrushes, flexible straws, touchscreens, audiobooks. These combined markets are valued at more than $85 billion USD, with average compounded annual growth rates of greater than 5%. I'm sure you'll agree these are compelling markets. What's even more compelling is the fact that the inventors who created these devices did so for disabled friends and family members, thus unlocking access to creative, commercial, and experience equity for all. And as corporations, we can do the same today, whether we focus on workplace equity and parity for our employees or experience equity for our employees and consumers. Our commitment to digital civil rights and accessibility can unlock untold innovation and markets because we deliberately choose to be inclusive regardless of ability. Hello, everyone. I'm Erica Gladden, and I'm the president of Enterprise at Sorenson Communications. It's an honor to be speaking with you today. Since 2003, Sorenson has been at the forefront of bridging communication gaps through our accessibility products and services. Today, we are expanding our mission to create a world where universal design is the norm, not the exception, and civil rights and accessibility are a standard for all. In 2023, the World Health Organization estimated that 16% of the world's population identified as significantly disabled, or as you'll hear me use the term today, differently abled. Imagine a world where every individual, regardless of ability, can seamlessly navigate the digital products that are a part of our everyday lives, where online experiences are as rich and rewarding for someone blind as they are for someone sighted. This is not a distant utopia. It is a future within our grasp. The future of digital accessibility is not merely about compliance. It's about crafting a world where everyone feels included, valued, and empowered. The first part, though, for us is to understand digital accessibility. You see, it's more than a buzzword. It's a fundamental human right. It's about ensuring that digital technology is usable by everyone, including those with different abilities. And in an era where our lives are increasingly intertwined with the digital world, exclusion is not an option. We rely on digital platforms for everything from banking to healthcare, education to entertainment. And yet, for 45 million people living in Brazil with different abilities, these platforms are inaccessible. They face barriers at every turn, from websites that are difficult to navigate to applications that are impossible to use. It's time to recognize that digital accessibility is not just a moral imperative, it's a business imperative. A world without barriers is a world of limitless potential. So what about the future of digital accessibility? Let's envision a future where accessibility is automatically integrated into every digital product and service from the outset. A future where innovation is driven by inclusion. Emerging technologies offer unprecedented opportunities to enhance accessibility. AI-driven tools can provide real-time transcription and translation, breaking down language barriers. Voice recognition is transforming how we interact with devices, opening up new possibilities, and adaptive interfaces are tailoring technology to individual needs. In a recent Harvard Business Review article, Inclusive Branding, they underscore the powerful connection between accessibility and business success. Companies like Mattel that prioritize inclusion not only gain a competitive edge, but also build stronger, more loyal customer bases. Brands that are truly inclusive are intentional in their understanding of their customer base, their development of product offerings, and taking action in the market in ways that serve underrepresented communities, such as those with disabilities, different abilities. In doing this, these businesses cultivate inclusivity in the market and encourage a sense of representation, respect, and belonging within society. And speaking about inclusive societies, the Brazilian legal framework and accessibility standards recently released in Brazil demonstrate that you are global leaders in accessibility, setting a powerful example for businesses globally. The cornerstone of this progress is the Brazilian inclusion law, which mandates accessibility across various sectors, from transportation to education, and crucially, the digital realm. Brazil boasts one of the largest populations of people with disabilities globally, with over 45 million differently abled people living in the country. This significant demographic underscores the urgent need for inclusive policies, and the LBI directly addresses this need by imposing stringent requirements on businesses, government agencies, and public places to ensure equal access for all. Congratulations. By mandating clear guidelines for website design, mobile application development, and digital content creation, the LBI has spurred innovation and creativity in the accessibility space. For instance, the law requires websites to have clear navigation, alternative text for images, and compatibility with screen readers. These stipulations not only benefit individuals with disabilities, but they actually enhance the user experience for everyone. Adherence to these laws is not merely a legal obligation. They are a strategic imperative for businesses who would like to compete within today's market. And by prioritizing accessibility, businesses not only demonstrate their commitment to social responsibility, but also unlock a vast, untapped market. And you think the markets that we discussed previously were large at $85 billion USD. Note this, the spending power of working age adults with disabilities in the United States is estimated at nearly $500 billion. And studies have shown that inclusive businesses enjoy increased customer loyalty, improved brand reputation, and a competitive edge. Also, accessibility is directly linked to innovation. When companies focus on creating products and services that cater to a diverse user base, they often develop groundbreaking solutions that benefit everyone. Brazil's commitment to accessibility has positioned the country as a hotbed for innovation in the digital sphere. The companies in Brazil are also leading by example and embracing inclusivity. Several Brazilian companies are leading the way in digital accessibility. Magazine Luiza, for example, is renowned for its customer-centric approach. Their business strategy focuses on diversity and inclusion, which is fundamental to digital accessibility. The Brazilian cosmetic brand Natura is another shining example of a company that has captivated consumers with inclusive marketing campaigns that resonate with a wide audience. They've consistently featured models of various ethnicities, ages, abilities, and body types in their advertising campaigns. Another Brazilian company that has transformed banking into an accessible experience for millions is Bradesco. They have accomplished this by making banking accessible through adaptable branches, ATMs with voice guidance, online platforms compatible with screen readers, and financial products tailored for people with different abilities. These companies have proven that accessibility is not just the right thing to do, it's also good business. They have experienced increased customer loyalty, improved brand reputation, and accelerated growth due to their commitment to inclusion. So what can we do now? What are practical steps for digital accessibility? The journey to a fully accessible digital world begins with small, deliberate steps. A wonderful place to start is conducting thorough accessibility audits of your digital platforms and implementing inclusive design principles from the ground up to ensure that accessibility is built in, not bolted onto your products and services, but actually fully integrated into how those products and services work. Leveraging accessibility tools and technologies such as captioning, speech to text, video remote interpreting, alternate text, and beyond can make a significant impact on reaching the disability communities you want to engage and who want to engage with your business. Interacting with and listening to the disability community is crucial to your brand's accessibility strategy. Their insights and feedback are invaluable in identifying and addressing barriers. Another area that is often forgotten is providing comprehensive training for employees. Training is essential to fostering a culture of accessibility within your organization, and more importantly, strong leadership commitment is the driving force behind successful accessibility initiatives. Diversity and inclusion is a business imperative. Over 30 years ago, diversity and inclusion studies were begun in order to understand the impact of having whole represented teams. Digital accessibility is an integral part of a broader diversity and inclusion strategy. Diverse teams bring diverse perspectives, leading to more innovative solutions and better problem solving. Diverse teams are innovation powerhouses, and teams composed of individuals with different perspectives, including those with disabilities, are more likely to generate creative solutions and drive innovation. A recent McKinsey study found that companies in the top quartile for racial and ethnic diversity are 35% more likely to have above average returns than those in the bottom quartile. What does this show us? Companies with inclusive cultures drive business success. Beyond financial returns, diversity fosters a more positive work environment, boosts employee morale, and enhances brand reputation. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Google have made significant strides in creating inclusive workplaces. Their commitment to diversity is evident in their product offerings, marketing campaigns, and overall business philosophy. In fact, Apple has consistently demonstrated a commitment to accessibility and inclusion. Their products, such as the iPhone, iMac, MacBooks, are renowned for their user-friendly interfaces and accessibility features. For instance, VoiceOver, a screen reader built into the Apple devices, has revolutionized the way blind and visually disabled individuals interact with technology. Apple's focus on accessibility has not only benefited users with disabilities, but has also driven innovation and improved the overall user experience for everyone using their products. Additionally, Microsoft has cultivated a diverse and inclusive workplace culture. Initiatives like their Disability Employee Resource Group have empowered employees with disabilities and fostered a supportive work environment. The company has also invested heavily in research and development of accessible technologies such as adaptive controllers for Xbox, making gaming more inclusive for people with disabilities. And their thought leadership is world-class, from neuroscience and neurodiversity to physically different abilities. Google's focus on accessibility is evident in products like Google Assistant, which offers features like voice commands and screen reader compatibility. These are just a few examples that highlight how leading tech companies have successfully integrated diversity and inclusion into their business strategies by prioritizing accessibility and By prioritizing accessibility and creating inclusive environments, businesses can not only fulfill their social responsibility, but also unlock a wealth of opportunities for growth and innovation. We at Sorenson have made our own inroads in this regard. We believe the fabric of our culture should represent the United States population to drive innovation velocity and value for consumers and communities and corporations that we serve. In the United States, 13% of the population identifies as differently abled or disabled. Our talent acquisition strategy is wholly inclusive, with 12.7% of our employment population identifying as having a different ability. Our market innovations, corporate policies, and overarching strategy fully depend on inclusion of all, and our talent represents that. So for all of us, there's a call to action. The time for incremental progress is over. We need bold, decisive action. And I urge all of you to commit to making your digital platforms accessible to everyone for the benefit of the global disability community. By embracing accessibility, you're not just complying with regulations, you are creating opportunities, building stronger communities, and shaping a more inclusive future. Together, we can build a world where technology is a bridge, not a barrier. A world where everyone can participate, contribute, and thrive in the digital landscape. Thank you for your time and your commitment to creating a more accessible world. Congratulations to all the award winners, to the Links Festival participants and contributors. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn to continue the conversation and hear what your businesses are doing to go beyond compliance and embrace true accessibility.